Well, that's not the season that we would hope to end on. But I mean, what is going on? I mean, I don't even really think the Klopp knows what's going on anymore. The players don't know what's going on anymore. It's a real tragic end to a once amazing team, amazing manager. To be honest with you, I'll start off. I mean, the West Ham 2-2. I mean, these games, when we were dominant, these games were dusted. We used to dust over these games. You didn't realise how good we were. We're no longer the team of 1920 season. We're just not. We are a far cry. I do think in some areas we have a better midfield in certain aspects of the game, especially on the ball. But the Wijnaldum was such an underrated player. And the work that Fabinho used to do was so underrated. When he was hot, it was hot. But the front three were clearly amazing. Every position worked and worked hard. And, you know, the weaknesses of, let's say, a Trent Alexander-Arnold or a lackluster Van Dijk in the game it just wasn't such a big deal because we controlled the game and more importantly, we finished the game. I mean, okay, Elliott if he scored the goal, I promise I was going to come out and say I was screaming, nevertheless, to take Elliott off the field. After 55 minutes. He probably should have been taken off at half-time. But I thought definitely by 55 minutes, Elliott and Gakpo's a little lucky. It reminds me of The Goodfellas, where Joe Pesci's telling the story, you know, bing, pow, pow. It was just lucky. He was going to shoot. It was going to go like completely off. It was going to end up in Rose Z down the corner of Anfield, of whatever the Hammers play at now. I forgot, it's not on my tongue. But it was just lucky. I was yelling at the screen saying, well, Gakpo, from now on, when you get into the box, don't try to hit it towards goal, just hit it towards players and hope for the best, because we scored a goal that was just lucky, right? He just hit it and it just ended up it came off three guys, right? I don't even feel like they were expecting off the first one. I think it was Ogbonna. I don't even think he was expecting to get hit with the ball. I mean, he was nowhere near the goal. Anyway, so it wasn't really Gakpo's goal. It was just a random crap. It's not like we left him on to do that, you know. It's like Klopp left him on to do a ricochet goal. I don't think so. But it's just tragic. It's why would you leave Elliott on? Why would you leave Gakpo on? I mean, okay. Alisson had an average game. I mean, for the most part, you know, the goals that he let in, there weren't nothing much he could do. It was really, but Virgil van Dijk and Quansah at the back weren't that good today. I mean, they were all very weak. And I mean, Quansah, that goal, the first one West Ham scored, I mean, where was he? There was no marking. Like, what is this? I mean, what do they do in training? How can you know how these guys are going to attack. They're waiting for crosses. They're waiting to hit you on the counter-attack. That's what they're waiting to do. You know their game plan. You don't need to, well, what's West Ham's game plan? You know their game plan. They're going to try to hold a really strong defensive shape. They're going to hit you on the counter. And then they're going to look for crosses and they're going to look for corners. And that's why I was surprised he left Ward-Prowse on the bench, probably because he knew he wasn't going to get much possession. So the chances of a free kick probably wasn't really going to, there wasn't going to be many chances they're going to have free kicks. And in fact, I don't remember any. They maybe had like 4 or 5 that game. And nothing in real, maybe 1 or 2 in a real danger area for West Ham. Liverpool controlled the game, that's for sure. But we didn't win the game and we didn't finish the game properly in terms of ending just ending the season on a high. And out of all the front three on the Klopp situation, he takes off Diaz. First of all, I wouldn't have taken off Diaz anyway. He was the only one doing anything down there. He should have taken off Gakpo. He should have taken off, I don't know whether he should have left Gakpo on and just taken off Elliott, because, you know, with Nunez, nothing's going to happen. He doesn't score in 80 minutes. He's not going to score in the last 20. Probably should have just left Gakpo on and just taken off Elliott. And just look, I've been a big critic of Salah this season. I've been a big, and him having that spat with Klopp. They're angry, mate. These players, despite the fact, look, Salah's got more energy to go out there and do a job, even if he's not even doing it for Liverpool FC anymore. He's doing it for legacy. He just doesn't. He wants to be the top guy all the time. He's got a massive ego, right? He wants to be the top dog. He's going to go out there, and sitting him on the bench is clearly pissed him off, right? Because this is the guy that used to dominate, was a first or second person on Klopp's team sheet for years, and he's not anymore. And he's been playing rubbish. But don't tell me that Elliott deserved to play that many minutes. I mean, when I saw Elliott starting, I mean, we ran out of ideas. And then, out of the three, Diaz is head and shoulders better than Gakpo and better than Elliott. And then he takes him off. I don't understand. Why would you take him off? And then I'm reading in the comments that Klopp doesn't respect African players. What's this nonsense? Look, we should never have got rid of Mane, but no one really knows what really happened. Mane's career pretty much ended after he left Liverpool anyway. I mean, what did he do? He did nothing. Most players that have left Liverpool have done nothing with their careers. So Klopp made Mane, Klopp made Salah, Klopp made Firmino what they became. So you can't just say Klopp doesn't like African players. Look, the point is, I would have preferred Mane to have stayed, because I would have rather have kept Mane than sign a Gakpo, that's for sure. And I thought like the Gravenberch wasn't too bad today. I thought McAllister's always sort of plays the same game. But look, if we really want to make, I don't know what this guy is going to do that comes in, but that defensive midfield position needs. I don't even really know how he's going to play anyway. I think he's going to play a 4-2-3-1 anyway, so it's not going to be a 4-3-3. But you got to get another midfielder in. I mean, this is just ridiculous, and someone defensively minded. And I think we need a defender, a central defender. I think we just need that. I think we need a central defender. I think we're going to need a defensive midfielder. But this whole club needs an overhaul. I mean, yeah, it's not the same. It's not the same team that Klopp took over. That this guy's going to take over. Slot, whatever his name is, going to tell him to take over. Look, I don't know anything about him. I don't even know what to say about him. I didn't know anything about Jurgen Klopp when we signed him. So I'm open to trust the Michael Edwards and whoever makes these decisions, because they got the Klopp one right. Now, he's clearly not the first on the list, but he wasn't the first. I mean, I think Xabi Alonso was the first, and then they went to Amorim, and I think Amorim I don't know what happened. They never, according to Amorim, didn't even make contact with him. So I thought after they had a plan A that I think kind of failed, and then they don't really know what to do now in terms of plan B. Now they just brought this guy in, and Dutch managers in England, they're not really notorious for really doing anything much in England. So I guess time will tell. But the big issue for me, the biggest issue for me at this point is that it's just ending really badly for Klopp. And if I was serious, I don't know. I mean, we can all say yeah, it's great. I mean, I would have just left as soon as he's just leave, mate. I was done. I know we're all trying to go for the quadruple. I mean, what a joke. I mean, really, come on. Quadruple. Can't even beat Everton. Can't beat West Ham. Can't beat Everton. Well, we beat Fulham at home. Oh, was it at home or Craven Cottage? I think it was at Craven Cottage. But rubbish. I mean, it was just, and then we think we're going to beat Tottenham. You think we're going to beat Aston Villa? Aston Villa's is not going to be a good game. I'm actually more worried about Aston Villa. I don't know. I mean, if we're struggling against the mid-table to bottom half of the table teams, then this might actually end. Remember the 7-2, or maybe you don't remember or don't want to remember, but it wasn't great. Okay, and I think Aston Villa's a lot better than they were in 2020. Point would be, I just can't believe how badly we are now. How badly we're playing. The whole sort of manager situation now, and the club lacks the sort of now the new energy, the new desire. This guy wants the job, but he doesn't know what he's in for, right? This ain't Feyenoord, bro. With no disrespect to Feyenoord, this ain't Feyenoord, this ain't Holland. And, this job on the outside looks fantastic. It will drain you very quickly. You need and I think this whole heavy metal football, this emotionally playing with emotion and playing with heart and playing with intensity, I just think it's... I think it pretty much at the start of this season, it kind of, maybe even last season, you could kind of see it was just drifting off, and I certainly think this season, this second half, I mean, we're going for the title, we're going with, and it's fallen flat. And you just go through these peaks and troughs, this emotional football, and look, to be honest with you, I think with Klopp, I think he's seen it on the wall. I think he's seen he can't keep doing it again and again and again, clearly, because the fact that they went out and bought all these players, as I mentioned in a previous video, the fact that they went out and bought all these players, they bought all of them. They revolutionised, what do they call it, 2.0, whatever bullshit they had before, right? It's just, no. Because you can talk about 2.0s and 3.0s. This Liverpool team versus the one that won the season and the one that won the Champions League, right, would kick this team's ass. So you can talk about 2.0. I mean, Van Dijk where he is now, Salah where he is now. The only killer we have, you got Jota. If we had Jota in today, we'll probably win the game. But Diaz and Jota are the only two players that I'll keep in this front three. I mean, we can't get rid of Núñez. He's too young. You're never going to get the money for him. We've got to keep him for at least another season. Because on the chance he might come good under a different manager. He might come good. You're hoping for it. But Klopp's done. The season's done. I said after Everton, season's done. The players are done. Klopp's done. Everyone's done. I could see it after Everton. And then that fight that they spat between Salah and that was just frustration. And Salah's come out and said, if I say what I want to say, it's going to be fire. Right? He's probably going to go somewhere political or racial, or I don't know what he's thinking. I mean, you've been crap. But in Salah's defence, in this particular game, Elliott was rubbish. He could have come on for Elliott. He could have come on for Elliott at half time. He could have come on for Elliott in 55 minutes. It was as poor. It was crap. It was rubbish. It was just absolutely how could you keep this guy on the field? I got no idea. And he had that one shot against the bar, and I'm telling you, I would have come out and said the same thing. I would have come out and I would have said that that even if Harvey Elliott scored, I would have come out and said, yep, that's fine. Harvey Elliott scored. I wanted him to come off. We won the game. I'm wrong there, right? Fair. I would have put my hand up and said, I was just about to say it. But no, I wasn't. And so I think Salah I don't know what they were fighting about, whatever bullshit they were fighting about, but I mean, the Klopp and Salah, in my opinion, have certainly lost the plot in the second half of the season. I mean, you can talk about the bullshit goals he scored. The last 5 games, 6 games, 7 games, this whole season, ever since they gave him that big contract. So you're giving a player a massive contract for what he has done, not for what he will do. So yeah, you got rid of, you gave him a big contract, but that's basically on the previous performance. I knew as soon as I gave him that big contract, where can he go from there? And then he sees the team around him. It's not the same team that he was playing with Firmino and Mane. It's not the same team. And so he knows he's the best player, and he just doesn't really give it. He just doesn't play with that new energy. This club needs new energy. LFC needs new energy. Because if we don't, then next season, it ain't going to be good. And this Arnie slot guy's coming in, he just doesn't realise what he's coming into. I mean, to the full extent, what he's coming into. And then we're going to get him in, and he's going to need time and all this BS, and he's going to buy, and then we're going to end up like Man United, cycling through managers. I don't know. I don't know. We shouldn't talk about it. We don't know. I don't know anything about this guy. We haven't even technically officially appointed anyone yet, but Klopps done, the players are done, and like I said after Everton, the season is done. You look at Arsenal and you look at Man City, there is no way in the world we deserve to win the Premier League over them. As Liverpool fans, we want to win the Premier League over them. But if you're looking at it as a football person, how can you look at Arsenal and Man City and actually say that we're better than both of them? Because we're not. We're nowhere near it. And Gary Neville, I don't believe he's overachieving. We've done what we've done because things have worked in our favour. We've played well. You know, we've done all the right things. But now the mentality monsters, or whatever they call them, is gone. The mentality's gone. And then you might as well just play the kids. I would have preferred to see Jaden Danns up front than Harvey Elliott. And then you know you've got to win this game. You know West Ham's going to sit back. Why put Endo in there? Trying to cut out the counter-attack. Okay, but if we score 2 or 3 goals, it doesn't really make much. Then we can put him on. We can put him on. Let's go and get out. Let's go and get the lead. Let's go and get the 2 goals. Let's go out and get the 3 goals. Just give it everything. Because a draw is a loss anyway. There's no point. The draws, it doesn't do anything. So it makes no difference. The only chance we had at winning this title was winning this game. And even that was probably not going to even be enough. But let's just say anything but a win today is done, right? And so go out there, give it everything. Put them all on. Who gives a crap? Just take the game. And then as soon as they scored, they went 1-0 up. I just stood there, and this is the same shit. Same crap. So the last thing I'm going to say is, 100%, Salah should have come on earlier. Especially being annoyed at the manager, because I thought, well, maybe being annoyed at the manager, he's actually going to play with something to prove again. Because that's what I've been critical of these Virgil van Dijks and Salah is, what did they have to prove now? They feel like they've done it all. They've got nothing to prove. They need something else. And so, but I thought having an argument with Klopp, if that was probably at half time, going out there with a point to prove, like, you should have started me, boss. Well, that's good. That's good. Winding you up a bit, that's all right. Are you still the same player, Mo? Are you still the same player? Or you're living in the shadow of your former self? I would have said that to him. What? What'd you say? All right. He's Middle Eastern. That's how you're going to fire him up. Bring a bit of spice to his game, mate. So he'll go out there with a mission, say, no. Or at least come on at half time thinking, no, I should have won this game. But we didn't. So, and he came on too late. They had a little dummy spat like 2 little girls on the side. It looked pathetic, really. It looked pathetic. Having a little dummy spat. Mate, I never saw that with Alex Ferguson. That guy would now Salah would be just benched for the rest of the season, right? You can't do that. And I don't give a crap who you are. You haven't even been playing well, but Klopp should have put him on earlier. I agree 100. But it's not your job to come out mouthing off like an idiot. I get it. But your performances haven't warranted it. You're talking about what you were like 2-3 years ago. Now, I'm sure there's going to come out and there's something more to it or whatever crap. That means their relationship is as completely probably gone south now. So it is what it is. And I think at the end of the season, we got to get rid of Salah. We'll get rid of Virgil. I'm going to stick with it. Salah, Gakpo, Van Dijk. 3 got to go. 100%. Salah, Van Dijk, Gakpo, Jones. I mean, you wouldn't get rid of Elliott, but now we've got a new manager coming in. We need the money. We just got to get it. We've got to get the money. We've got to recuperate some of the funds. I mean, who's going to buy these players? I mean, like a Gakpo. But we probably have to do it. And who knows about Trent Alexander-Arnold going around? What, like, if you want to go, mate, just go. I'm hoping the Saudi Arabia comes in with a $200 million offer for Salah. Mate, that would be big payday. Big payday. I don't think we're going to get 200 million. I think last season we would have got 200 million. This season we might get 100 million. Hopefully. Maybe 120 million pounds. Well, that's a good, you then get rid of Gakpo and then get rid of Virgil van Dijk, maybe to flog them off to hopefully Saudi just comes in and just, yep, we don't want these guys anymore. Ring up Saudi Arabia. Hello, yep, we've got these guys available. Yeah, give us a check for 300 million and you get the whole three of them. You can get Jones, you can get Gakpo, Jones, Virgil van Dijk and Mohamed Salah if you give us 300 million pounds. Take it. Take it. Or cash up front. Take it. And then we can give this bloke, if we want to give him a real chance to get the team the way he wants it sooner rather than later. And then we'll see what happens. I don't know if this guy's going to do anything. But they've got to bring someone in and they've got to give him cash. Because this team needs a revival. This team needs something different. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below.